our way to test the straps and see how they really perform when I book it in reverse and jam on the brakes. Let's see what happens.
Here we go, no time like the present. So what is the safest way to strap lumber to a ladder rack? That's what we're gonna find out today. Be sure to stick around because I'm gonna show you an awesome hack as to how to handle the excess slack on your strap. Let's get started. So when it comes to securing lumber to your truck, there's a lot of ways to do it. You know, you can very easily just put the lumber right here in the bed of your truck, but with 12-foot boards like this, you're gonna be extended 6 feet past the bed of your truck, leaving it end heavy, and that's clunky, it's dangerous, nobody wants to see that. Plus, you're gonna have to attach a red flag to it, and there's no great way to fasten that load down in the bed of the truck because your anchor points are so high up, you don't really get any downforce. Now, of course, you're gonna have the guys who say, well, just put the tailgate up and have the board sticking out like this. Well, that's kind of janky, and honestly, it's gonna scratch up that nice edge of your new truck, so I'm not a big fan of that either. That's why I got the Yakima ladder rack, and why I love strapping lumber to a ladder rack. I'm gonna show you the safest way right now. Let's do it. I see a lot of guys driving around town with ladders and lumber on their rack, and it's tied down improperly, and it really just makes me want to cringe because what happens is they take a piece of Romex wire or a piece of fumbly rope and they wrap it and band it around, lashing it to these posts without really understanding what's going to happen if this load shifts and compresses. After all, this is just a big Jenga pile that could shift at any time. So for example, you're going to see guys strapping this with a ratchet strap, kind of like this. They're going to go around, they're going to connect the two hooks to one another with no locking safety hook. They're gonna fumble around with the ratchet mechanism, and then they're gonna crank it to oblivion about like this. And that's all good and dandy, but guess where your anchor point is? One single corner. You have no stability on the end of your load. Look at that. I don't care how much I crank this ratchet. It is ready to roll and flip right off my truck. No bueno. Not to mention, ratchet straps are time consuming. Despite popular belief, I'm really good with a ratchet strap, and I'm gonna do this as fast as I can. Let's see how long it takes. Boom, done. Okay, that was about 25, 30 seconds if I had to guess. Regardless, there's the problem. Moving on. The absolute worst thing you could do is try to fasten this with a bungee cord. Now, yeah, if you have 1,000 bungee cords, you can make this happen. In fact, if you have 2,000 feet of dental floss, you can make this happen. But at the end of the day, is that the best use of your time? So check this out. A bungee has a fixed hook and is either really loose or way too tight and dangerous. And to get it to an anchor point that you're happy with generally requires hooking to something it's not meant to be hooked onto and stretching it beyond the realm of safety. Okay, so that's about as tight as I can get it. And once again, I mean, there you go. Do I really need to say more? Don't even get me started on rope. I have a love-hate relationship. My last job, I was a lineman. We lived and died by the rope. I can tie just about any knot that there is and get a rope as tight as anybody. However, I still would never condone this method. So here's an example of using rope in the same way. We're gonna put a bowline loop on the end of the rope. We're gonna run this line through, and now we have the ability to create a little bit of a mechanical winch right here at our bend, at which point, while maintaining tension, we could lash this to an anchor point, give it a little half hitch down here on the anchor point, and I guarantee you, no matter how good you are with a knot, you're gonna lose 30 pounds of tension when you tie this knot down. Let's see what we got. Yeah, if I had to guess, that's about 22 pounds of tension. Let's see how that looks up top. Not impressed. Still too easy to move. As I said, there's a lot of ways you can do this, but my favorite way is obviously gonna be using the torque strap technology. No more ratcheting, no more snapping. Simple, easy, connect, locking snap hooks, rip it, and you're done. Obviously, that's not enough. Let's throw on 2 more, and then let's take it for a spin. Probably noticed my chain hack here. That was part of the Yakima install video. If you want to check that out, click the card above right now. Okay, so that's 3 torque straps. And this thing, I mean, honest to God, I could move it. I'm strong enough. Check this out. I got it up a half inch with my legs, but that is it. I'm the strongest guy I know, and I can barely lift that, man. Remember that little hack I told you about in the beginning? Well, check this out. To deal with the excess slack, all you're gonna do is make nice coil, about 8 to 10 inches in diameter. Take this coil, pass it around the back of the strap, then back inside this loop right here, follow me? And now, just start to twist this like a throttle on a YZ450 and watch this baby cinch. I've personally done this method driving hundreds of miles all across the county of Los Angeles as a lineman, and I've never had one come loose. I just cannot get over how rock solid that is. And there you have it. This is like walking on the deck at the Santa Monica Pier. Just concrete, solid load. No Jenga action in those boards. Look at that. I couldn't get this thing to come out if I wanted to. I don't even care. So there you have it, 3 torque straps in 30 seconds, and look how stable this is. Obviously, there's a lot of ways to secure cargo to a ladder rack, but these are the principles of what to do and what not to do. Quite honestly, you could secure lumber with dental floss if you have the patience. However, we live in the 21st century, and time is money. So remember to load efficiently, load safe, and load smart. Follow the Torque Strap channel for all your cargo loading tips and tricks.